also have the Daily Trust here on the table as well. Let's see. Let's start with the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. I've got this one here. And let's start with the front page banner of the Trust newspaper. Protest in Jos over killing of truck drivers in Southeast. Protest in Jos over killing of truck drivers in Southeast. The riders, 20 killed, many vehicles burned in 1 year. My slain brother left behind 12 children. NURTW 6 probe police mom. A story is on page 4 of the Trust newspaper. Surely it's a huge story. It's a full pager here. Drivers and owners of trucks conveying goods from the north to the south to the southeast have protested against the incessant killing of their members by suspected members of indigenous people Biafra IPOB. They staged a protest yesterday in Jos, Plateau State capital, decrying that many of their members had been killed and their vehicles burned in the attacks. The drivers under the umbrella of National Union of Road Transport Workers, heavy trucks, marched with placards with different inscriptions such as "Stop killing northern drivers," "Tinubu should protect our members," and "Enough of burning and destruction of our trucks in the southeast," and so on. They listed the most dangerous routes as including Enugu, Lokpanta, Okigwe, and Okigwe to Umuahia in Abia State. Addressing journalist Mahmoud Jafar, who led the protest, said provoked attacks, intimidation and harassment against truck drivers from the north had become the order of the day in recent years. You can read further on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. We're going to move on to page 7 of the Trust. NLC threatens nationwide protest over electricity tariff hike. NLC, this particular story you can find in virtually all the papers. NLC threatens nationwide protest over electricity tariff hike. The Nigeria Labour Congress NLC has opposed the federal government's proposed electricity tariff hike, calling it unjustified extortion against the masses. The Labour Union vowed to mobilize mass resistance against the increase. In a communique issued after a National Executive Council meeting in Yola, Adamawa State, the NLC denounced the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NEC) for its ongoing reclassification of electricity consumers into higher tariff bands. NLC President Comrade Joe Ajaero criticized the band system as another form of fraud, in quotes now, 419, arguing that it has failed to improve power supply while increasing cost for consumers. I mean, this would ultimately just lead me to ask you people on band A, B, and C whether you're still getting the promised 20 hours, 18 hours, 15 hours, and the number of the hours that you're promised. Whether you're still getting, power on a steady as was promised when this banding system was launched, or whether it has changed. I would like to know, really. I would like to know, because one thing I'm familiar with is even though they promised that you're going to get 18 hours, I noticed that on some days the frequency of interruption of power is just criminal. And I use that word advisedly because the way the interruption happens on some days, you will be like, Kuku, just take the light, please, I beg. Just hold on to the light. Whatever that is wrong with the light, fix it first before you bring it back. Because for people who don't have UPS connected to their supply system in their homes, that thing damages your appliances very, very quickly. And nobody is going to pay for fixing those appliances but you. Yeah. So you see. All right. When the time comes, when I open the telephone lines, I would love to hear from you. Let's go to the politics page of the Trust newspaper. After this politics page, I would quickly go to the Punch or maybe we'll take a look at the editorial of the Trust. or maybe not. Page 14 is the politics page of the trust. They call it Inside Politics. Natasha versus Akpabio. ACF demands probe. Senate rules out impeachment. Natasha versus Akpabio. ACF demands probe. Senate rules out impeachment. That story you can read further. I mean, that's some interesting development right there at the National Assembly. Moved very, very quickly from sitting position, women visibility, to sexual harassment, to counter lawsuits by Akpabio's wife, to everybody digging in, to the husband, Mr. Dwaha, wading into the entire thing. I mean, it's just an interesting development, right? Okay, what a day to be a Nigerian. That's what we get to see these days. Daily Trust. You can pick it up if you're interested. Let's go to the Punch newspaper very quickly. If you're watching online, you're welcome. If you're just joining us, you're most welcome. These are second paper, though. This story is also on the banner on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Local government autonomy, LG autonomy. Government agencies brainstorm as direct payment suffers setback. Direct payment to state government can never suffer setback. It's only the local government money that would suffer setback. Yeah. Government agencies brainstorm as direct payment suffers setback. A story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Let's go to page 33. I don't know if you've witnessed this, but I'd like to get your reaction as well. ATM loaded with cash as 100 naira withdrawal fee begins. That story is on page 33. ATM loaded with cash as 100 naira withdrawal fee begins. Story is on page 33. I have noticed that there is one bank that I used to go. I stopped going to that bank's ATM. And I'm not going to shade any bank. I'm not going to mention any bank's name. But the bank is very close to my office. Okay, I've said it. Well, there are many banks close to my office, and so what? So, I stopped going to that bank's branch because they never have cash in their how many ATMs? 2 ATM machines. They never. No, those machines don't ever dispense. I mean, they used to some years ago. Yes. The moment they may feel a thing happened, and after then that Then one day, I just said, you know what, let me just try. I think I've shared this. Let me just try I needed to pay for something. Like a guy was fixing my tires and I needed to pay. I said, will I now trek to that? You know what, let me just try this thing. Maybe I just may be lucky. And I went and the thing, counted money and gave to me. I said, it cannot be. I felt I was lucky. Then I tried again. Another day. It happened. I tried again. Another day. It happened. I said, what's going on? What's happening? This is what is happening. The banks obviously must have known that this was going to happen, even way before the announcement was made, right? I'm glad. I'm so happy that I wasn't wrong, actually, because I felt that, something was up. Something was going to happen, right? And that's exactly what this story is saying. ATM loaded with cash as 100 naira withdrawal fee begins. You can read further on page 33 of the Punch newspaper. I'd like to know as well if you've been charged before. Look, if you're using your ATM, if you're using your card in your bank's ATM, you're not going to be charged apart from the normal withdrawal, whatever, with your bank and all of that. It's only when you're using, ATM from another bank, in another bank's machine, in that bank's premises. That's when you get to be charged. When you're using another bank's ATM, in another bank's whatever, outside of the bank's premises, you're going to be charged a whole lot higher, 400 to 500 naira. So take note of that. I don't know where or how the POS people would play. I don't know what charges, whether they're still going to be charging their normal. I don't know what they charge in your area. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm not exactly sure. This guy's financial services companies. the Money Points of this world, the Old Pays of this world. I mean, these are the two main, financial services that people use to do POS. I'm sure they use other stuff too, but hey, at least I don't know what their charges will now be. Maybe, Nigeria, maybe they will capitalize on that and they will increase their fees, even though it may not essentially affect them. But what they will tell you is that when they source for the cash, they had to go and use whatever ATM that they could get to source for the cash, and that's why their transfer fee or withdrawal fee, would have to go up. Well, would find out, right? Would find out. Let's go to the Metro page of the Punch newspaper. My abductors threatened to marry me. Took my uniform. That's the copper. Oh, what a very, very terrifying development. This young copper. Oh, wow. She must be really, really traumatized right now. Gun-wielding EFCC officers storm Lagos school, force out pupils. Now, when I saw this story, at first I was really angry. But then, let's go through the story, right? Fear and confusion gripped the students and teachers of Goodwill private schools in the Ikorodu, Lagos State, as armed operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission stormed the school premises, ordering everyone out in a dramatic and chaotic scene. Eyewitnesses who spoke with Punch Metro described the incident, which took place on Thursday and Friday, as a terrifying ordeal and an attack on an academic institution that had existed since 2004. Although Punch Metro could not confirm if any student sustained serious injuries, a video obtained by Punch's correspondent captured the moment a female student, overwhelmed by the chaos, was helped to the restroom by her classmates as she vomited before being rushed to the hospital. Punch's correspondent gathered that the gun-wielding EFCC operatives reportedly refused to let students and staff members of the school retrieve their belongings and left pupils, including those in primary classes, in distress. Recounting the harrowing experience, the school's vice principal, Olalekun Adewale, told Punch's correspondent how EFCC officials descended on the school as if they were going to war. The first time, let me quote him, the first time they showed up was on Thursday, and then again on Friday morning. It was as if they were going to war. They were about 7 in number, armed to the teeth. They came and wrote on the wall when I refused to sign the document they brought. They threatened to take away. They threatened to take him away. That's what the principal said. The vice principal, who was also the mathematics teacher, claimed he nearly fainted when the officials pointed guns at him and wanted to force him to go to sign a document for that he knew nothing about. I'm gonna stop here. It's a long story, I guess. I'm just gonna wait for I was really livid when I saw the story, but I'm just gonna wait for the EFCC to respond to this. Let me just stop here. Let me just stop there. The Vanguard is next. Let's do the Vanguard. I think I should start a podcast so that I can. Okay, I think I'm going to start a podcast. Vanguard says this story. We'll just take this story from the Vanguard and I'll come to the telephone lines. All right. Supreme Court verdict on Rivers. Anxiety as Fubara begins implementation. This story, you have the full gist, the full information and conversation on the morning crossfire with Kofi Battels at 8 o'clock. Immediately after this show, Kofi will be back to have this conversation. So I'm going to just leave it so that Kofi can properly treat that development happening in Rivers. Lagos Assembly crisis plots to return Obasa thicken. Lagos Assembly crisis plots to return Obasa thicken. That story is on page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper. So permit me to mention the Guardian here. 2025 budget bloated 41 trillion naira revenue target stokes fresh fiscal deficit concern. Okay, let me drop the Vanguard right away. Time is fast spent. I'm gonna come to you to come take your reaction to these stories. 0201 465 7190. That is 0201 465 7190. Everyone has got 60 seconds to share their thoughts with me. If you're watching on Facebook and on YouTube, you're most welcome. You can drop your thoughts with me as well on our live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch on Facebook and on YouTube. I am Sheriff Quadry. Please turn off your radio if you're calling me. It's very important you do that. Good morning to you.
Hey, I greet you, Sheriff.
I greet you. Thank you. Thank you.
This drama happening at the Senate is both laughable and sad. Laughable in the sense that just last week I was watching the Prime Minister at the Parliament in UK, and I saw the way they sat, packed themselves together.
That's
There's
right.
no space. If
That's
you
right.
want to sleep, self, you can't sleep.
You cannot. Yes, that's right.
How you want to take sleep? Start them sit down. Pack themselves. Everybody took themselves there. No, the Prime Minister was hardly having a comfortable place to sit. They were busy making laws that will better the lives of the people. There was the seriousness and the commitment. You can see it there. But here, we are busy fighting for seats. Busy making a joke of democracy. Look at the seats we are even given to sit at the Parliament here. Very comfortable. That's why some of them used to sleep now. Anyway, having said that, I still think women should be respected. And the Senate President must begin to respect women in that chamber. Good morning.
Good morning to you too. Thank you for calling Nigeria Info. Good morning to you. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I'm going to move on to another call. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Olufman.
Did it say gift?
Yes.
Okay, welcome.
Well done, organic. You see that EFCC thing? You remember that time the doctor shot at the EFCC operatives? You remember the stories that went ahead, them saying the guy was a Yahoo guy and the like.
Yeah, so I remember the story.
They are behaving. You can't just come to someone's house and just start someone's establishment or building and start building guns and behaving. You get my point? If something tragic had happened now, they would have shifted the story away from themselves and behave as if they didn't do anything wrong. So it's just terrible. Have a good day, my brother.
You too, Gift. Have a good one. Thanks for calling me. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
How was your weekend, sir?
Good, thank you. Thank you.
This market, sir.
Welcome.
Please, I want to talk about this House of Senate that is fighting from one place to another.
Okay.
Whether I don't supposed to sit here, supposed to sit here. I don't understand. There are many issues in this country that they should address. They get their way into power without also. Now they don't want to do the right thing. I don't understand. What kind of a country is this, my brother? And again, I want to commend every one of you to be listening to all these people every day. I don't know how you people feel and still come out and give us news. Thank you.
Thank you too for calling. I mean, look, it's the training is the job, and the job must go on. Actually, even though it doesn't matter how we feel about some things. Sometimes it's very hard. It's very difficult to stomach these things, because you've got a training. You're a professional. You just got to keep it on the check. And you would see some of my colleagues, including me, sometimes we lose it sometimes because there are some things that just. Boy, this country can, Good morning to you. Morning. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I'm going to take another call quickly now. Nigeria Info, good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please. I can hear you now.
Yeah, my name is Eyo from Ikorodu.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, on the aspect of Akpabio, I don't know. Because this coincidence is becoming something. There was a time the woman alleged, that wanted to kind of. This is a second one again. And people were saying, you understand? So, see, let him, though it is still in the realm of, allegation anyway, until it is proven otherwise. But that's for him is please. You see, a woman can take you down from a judicial position if you don't know. You understand? He has money. If you need a single lady, you can't go and meet a single lady if he cannot control himself. Because he'll be going for married women. You understand? Why is controversy? How are you having controversy with women all the time? Why? And you forgotten your position you are holding. You understand? So they should not. They have to enter into this issue, investigate it properly, so that will serve as a deterrent. Because that, if they are allowed to go like this now, it is going to tarnish the image of the hallowed chambers. I'm talking about the Senate here. You understand? And that's the Senate president.
Right.
In this, if it's in US, they will have asked to step aside and carry an investigation. But Nigeria here, because the party in power, they just do it is party. They tell you at the end, nothing, and we don't even know the end.
Thank you.
That's why you see that those people they keep on doing things like this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Let me quickly make this short announcement. The lady that we raised funds for, the husband called in and said she had that she was bleeding. She had been bleeding for some time now due to, I think, fibroid. I think so. Yeah. So the husband has been sending messages that we're able to raise some funds so that they can have the procedure done. It's been done, and it was successful. And the husband wants the lady to come and appreciate everybody on air. So I'm saying this because I want to, on behalf of everybody, to tell the man not to bother stressing the young lady. That's his wife. It's okay. We know that they are grateful, and we are all happy to help, and we are glad that we're there to help. And thank you all for helping as well. So, young man, please, there is no need for her to come. I mean, people help. That's what we do in Nigeria. Yeah, we help one another a whole lot. We're happy that she's okay now. We're very, very happy that she's okay. And yes, and we also appreciate the fact that you're thankful. But all thanks should be directed at God. So yeah, please, there's no need for her to come around, okay? People are happy that she's safe now and she's healthy now, okay? Thank you. Well, back to the show now. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Kofi.
Yes, morning to you.
Yeah, this Friday from Igbolere.
Welcome Friday.
Yeah, concerning this ATM, Kofi, the sheriff, the most annoying thing is this. If you carry another ATM to this ATM card, they will not allow you to withdraw more than 5,000 at a time. You withdraw 5,000, they charge you. You withdraw another. Maybe you want to withdraw
I think it
20,
depends. I think it depends on the bank and where you are withdrawing.
That is what I'm saying. Let's assume you are using a ATM bank A for bank A
B.
ATM for bank B. They will not allow you to use that ATM to withdraw more than 5,000 at a time. It's when you are using the out direct ATM. That they will allow you in our area here. They will withdraw 10,000.
Okay.
And it will not be more than 10,000. It must not be more than 4 times. If I want to withdraw 20,000 now, I have to do it 5 times. And each time I make withdraw, they have to charge me for it.
But if you go to POS, you can take.
If you go to POS, you can withdraw as much as you want.
Okay.
And the POS, they are charging as increase now, Kofi and Sheriff.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
So I don't know where we are going. For light, we on our own. It's like Nigeria light now. It's just like Man United. That is on today, tomorrow is off. We don't know.
You don't know your band.
Hour. We don't know if our is up to 1 hour. Because in 10 minutes, they can bring it more than 7 times.
I know, right?
2 minutes, they take it again. I'm telling you, in 10 minutes, they can take it, bring it more than 7 times, Coach Sheriff.
It's not nice. It's not nice. It's not nice.
So, at all, these people, they not try at all.
Thank you.
They work for this country again, Sheriff.
Thank you for calling me.
Lagos Assembly now, don't enter Ramo.
Thank you.
Thank
you for calling me. Appreciate your time. It's fast spent. Oh boy, let's go take some messages. I have this one here from Evans. Evans says, concerning the power issue in Nigeria, I'm currently on band A. I have observed that whenever PACN takes the light and bring it back, the unit in my meter automatically gets deducted. So invariably, your units get deducted when PACN restore power at any time. Okay, so if I'm getting what you're saying correctly, each time they bring light, it goes down, as it should, because they are supplying you power, as it should. Even if it stays on, it will still continue to go down like that. As long as you are consuming power, it'll continue to go down. If they seize the power, then restore it, it will go down because they've just applied you power and your appliances are on, perhaps. Yeah, essentially. I mean, as it should, actually. There's really nothing, unless I don't understand or I didn't get what you're trying to pass across to me, okay? Let me take this message from Olusoga Ajayi, who says, women are very manipulating and always playing victim. What is even wrong with Akpabio asking her out? If he says it, as long as he didn't force it on or harass her, he didn't commit any crime. He cannot just keep quiet or die in silence when he sees something he's interested in her. Let Akpabio date anybody that is dateable, Jare. That's Olusoga Ajayi who dropped that here. It's 7:58 right now. Can I take one more call? Okay. I think I can take a comment or so. Let's try and take one comment or so. Okay, so these people are going back and forth with themselves. Okay, so I'm going to allow you guys to enjoy your conversation. So let me squeeze in one call then, if that's the case.
Hello, Gofi. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, can I talk about Lagos State licensing system, like vehicle licensing?
No, it's not in our conversation.
Okay, no problem. All right.
All right then, thank you. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Hello, Agashiri, good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Ndubisi calling from Janiki.
Welcome.
Can you hear Nigeria now? Do you see the message you just read now? That's what is there for asking somebody's wife out. This is our country we are. I pity for those who good what our leaders is doing to us. They should continue doing to us. We, the Nigerians, say we are wicked. We, the citizens, that when we are not in government, we are very wicked. You see what the message you read now? Somebody asking somebody's wife out. Say what is there? Oh, it's a pity to this country, Nigeria. Okay, Sheriff, enjoy your day. Thank you. Enjoy
yours too. So someone has responded to that message, the restoring lights thing that So Tola on YouTube says there is something called starting current, which can be 5 times than normal running current. That's why we need stable light. You see, I didn't even know that there was something like starting current, for instance, and you're being charged for it. I didn't know that. I'm just getting to know that right now. I didn't know that, actually. If this is true. Oh, yeah, that call has dropped. Let's take another one. This will be our final call. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Kofi.
Good morning, sir.
I don't know which I am, Brother Yokolo, calling from Mowe.
You're welcome.
I don't know the band what we are at this Mowe.
Okay.
Since this year, they don't give us light. And once they bring it, maybe 10 minutes time, they will take it. It will not, you won't use it to pump water. You won't use it for anything. As I'm telling you now, since this last week throughout, we didn't get light. Today night is Monday. I don't know what Nigerians for our head of state could have ever bring that Oyibo. Let them tackle this our light once and for all. They pay them. We are not enjoying light at all at Mowe.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling. Appreciate it. I'm going to take this one that says, this electricity off and on wahala has damaged my appliances over the weekend. And in a hardship situation. I am back from Lekki. I totally get what you're going through, man. I totally get what you're going through. It's not easy. Trying to fix appliances in this situation, really. It's not easy. Let me take one more message. Then we would go today. I can't take any more calls. I'm sorry. EKEDP. What state is that one? Bad light has spoiled my 70 inches TV. The money to replace is beyond reach, and I'm in band A. It is pure fraud. My heart goes to the NYSC girl kidnapped. Thank God she has been released. Okay, Ayo. Thank you, Ayo. And I'm sorry about your TV, 70 inches. That's huge, and I can imagine. Maybe you're going to have to cough out like 600K to fix it. That's our show today. Morning Crossfire returns in a moment. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Good morning to you.
We know the value of information.
Nigeria Info is information.
Join the conversation round the clock.
Only on 99.3
Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.